Alright, my hair's a little messy. Uh, so I just finished watching the Wax Trax Industrial Accident, the Story of Wax Trax Records, and I finished watching the movie portion. I did see it in theaters when it came here for I think it was the Calgary International Film Festival, but I could be mistaken on that. I think it was a couple of years ago, I think. And it did arrive in my mail today, as you saw with the video I had done a little bit earlier. And I went through all the extra footage. I'm not going to review this. I think that if you're interested in the history of industrial music, it is something that you should probably watch or purchase and have it as a part of your collection, because like I said in the last video, very, very important piece of industrial music history, at least for the American industrial history. If I'm not mistaken, the Canadian band Frontline Assembly was also signed to Wax Trax for a very brief period of time, so there is a bit of Canadian history there as well. And a lot of amazing bands came off that label, and there was other bands that were a part of some of the things that happened with that label. Maybe they weren't signed, like Trent Reznor. I think he toured with Revolting Cocks as their van driver or something like that. I can't remember exactly the story, but lots of interesting history. I mean, Ministry came off of there, Revolting Cocks, Palehead, Lard, Front 242 got their American licensing and distribution through Wax Trax. KMFDM, I think Led Into Gold, all that kind of stuff. All these legendary industrial rock or metal type bands came off of there, and other just weird stuff. And just a little bit of commentary on the extra footage. It is really good. There's a lot of interesting stories, stuff that you wouldn't see a normal band these days doing, because it's I think some people are a little bit more wise to those kind of things, so you don't see a lot of modern bands doing these things. Like, there was a story in there, Front 242 told this story about, well, it was essentially a bathroom story, and you have to watch it. It's funny. There's a lot of good stories and stuff there. So I think the footage, the extra footage is like 75 minutes worth of extra footage. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And once again, I will say, if you're interested in industrial music and industrial music history, this is something that you want to have in your collection, because this is a very important part of industrial music history. And so I just thought I would just kind of finish up with this whole video series, or whatever this is going to turn into, and just kind of give you a little bit of insight into the extra footage, at least in this video, and just kind of some of the stories and stuff that they tell. And it's interesting stuff, lots of good stuff. And yes, something you want in your collection. There's another movie that came out, what was it called, Industrial Soundtrack for the Urban Decay or something. I did see that when it showed here in Calgary as well, many years ago now. I will be picking that up, and not right away, because I think the distribution for that is out of the UK, so it'll be a bit before I do pick that up, because I think there might be delays with it, and I just don't want to have to deal with that because of the current situation. So, yes, get that stuff, and I hope you found this video valuable. If you're wondering what the extra content on the industrial accident documentary is all about, or if you're wondering if it's good or not, like I said, I'm not really reviewing it. I'm just saying that it is quite funny, and there's a lot of good stories. Trent Reznor's in it, Al Jorgensen, all the people that were interviewed in the documentary are essentially in it, and there's a lot of interesting stories and just funny shit, and you know, just kind of some of the history, some more additional history stuff, but more on the shenanigan type side stuff. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. This one's it's going to be a little quick, obviously, just to kind of give you an idea of what's on the what the extra content is and what's in there. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you have watched the industrial accident, maybe leave your thoughts in the comments, what you thought about it. Were you around? Were you old enough to appreciate Wax Trax records when they were around, or were you much like myself, way too fucking young to really appreciate it? And quite frankly, I wasn't even really getting into industrial music then, because I was really fucking young. So yeah, so I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. So see you fuckers later.